Negotiation window opens, and Adam Schefter is ready to roll. He's out there with McAfee and company, and he's got the very latest for us. So, Schefter, let us start with the first name that, is on everybody's list, and that is Kyler Murray. He leads the quarterback market. What are we looking at starting today?
Well, Glenn, here's the thing. While there is going to be a flurry of activity starting at noon today, where we're going to see players changing teams and agreements being reached, we are not going to see anything with Kyler Murray until 4 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday at the earliest. He cannot be released officially until then. He cannot start talking to teams. Well, actually, he's allowed to talk to teams because they've announced that he's being released. So he's allowed to talk to teams, but he cannot get a deal done with another team until after he's released at 4 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. So while there is going to be a lot of activity today, it is not going to involve Kyler Murray. That's a name we could put on hold and table until Wednesday.
Does that mean that we put the entire quarterback conversation on hold? Because there are other names, not all household names, but other quarterbacks and teams that need them. But does that mean that we will all, or these teams will, for the most part, sit tight and wait to see what happens with Murray before we start seeing movement on names like Geno Smith and whoever else winds up going?
Well, here's the thing. I think we'll see Malik Willis choose a team today, and I would think that would be the first big quarterback domino to drop. Malik Willis is free. He is an unrestricted free agent. He is regarded as the top free agent quarterback available, and so I do think that Malik Willis, in all probability, would have a new home today. Kyler Murray can't be till Wednesday. Geno Smith is out there. The Raiders have moved on from him as well. Now, the thing that's interesting about Geno Smith and Kyler Murray as it pertains to a player like Malik Willis is they're probably going to make the veteran minimum, $1.3, $1.4 million, because their other teams owe them money. And so that makes them very attractive to certain teams. But obviously people will want an answer on Kyler Murray. But I don't think that Kyler Murray impacts where Malik Willis is going to wind up today.
Fair enough. So that's the one quarterback we expect to hear some resolution on as soon as today. Next, we go to the wide receiver market, which is an interesting one. I'm hearing Alec Pierce's name all over the place, but a lot of it will sort of spin off of what happens with A.J. Brown. I've been asking you this for a week and change now. Where are we with Brown as we finally arrive at this day?
I think we're at something of a critical juncture to where if the Eagles want to be even more involved, they're going to want clarity on A.J. Brown. If the free agent market's opening today, you'd like to figure out whether or not you're keeping A.J. Brown. There have been conversations with teams. Everybody's heard about New England. I think there are another couple of teams lurking out there in the background. And again, it would have to make sense for the Eagles. They've been on that stance all along to move A.J. Brown. I think we're entering here a critical juncture. Again, they could opt to hold on to him and not move him till before or after the draft. That's certainly within the realm of options here. But there's a window here, a window today, tomorrow, that if they want to jump into this free agent pool and they want to find replacements that way and they want to impact their roster, then you would try to have an A.J. Brown deal done today.
I like it when you look down at your phone. If at any point you look down at your phone and you have something you need to tell me, by all means, feel free to tell me. Let me finish it up with that. Max Crosby, you reported it Friday night. Max Crosby moving to the AFC North to play for the Ravens. Feels to me like that means, as far as the pass rushers are concerned, all eyes on Trey Hendrickson now?
Well, yes, but Max Crosby was in a separate bucket all along, and that was the headline move of the weekend, and I would think, barring an A.J. Brown move, will probably be the big move of free agency. We've only seen a certain number of players traded for 2 first-round picks. Max Crosby was one. That brings us to Trey Hendrickson today. He is a free agent. He is allowed to go pick his team. This is what he has wanted from Cincinnati. The two sides have been through so much together in recent years. This is the opportunity that Trey Hendrickson wanted. And if you're looking for a veteran pass rusher, there's your guy. He's there to be had. You don't have to give up any picks to the Cincinnati Bengals. You can go sign Trey Hendrickson. Again, I think people have wondered, would the Dallas Cowboys look and be interested in Trey Hendrickson? I think Trey Hendrickson wants to be out there, and he's looking for a strong deal wherever that deal comes. And we'll see today where that winds up. One team that's been floated out there, right or wrong, Indianapolis, where we are today. Lou Anarumo is former defensive coordinator, the Colts defensive coordinator. We'll see if the Colts can find the funds for a player like Trey Hendrickson.
All right, Schefter, I'm putting you right. I'm standby. We'll be with you anytime anything happens. Just raise your hand and we're coming live right to you. Meanwhile, I'm bringing the rest tomorrow.
Our senior NFL insider, Adam Schefter, he's always busy, but that's about to ramp up even more so now. And in fact, Adam, we have some contract news tonight. What can you tell us about the Rams' newly acquired corner, Trent McDuffie?
David, he's now the highest paid cornerback in NFL history, agreeing tonight to a 4-year, $124 million deal with $100 million guaranteed. The Rams traded for him this past week and now do a deal for him days later. He figures to be a central part of their defense as they try to get back to the Super Bowl, which is in Los Angeles. And this deal has certainly gotten notice around the league. Christian Gonzalez in New England, Devin Witherspoon in Seattle. They'll be trying to do new deals this offseason, and that becomes the starting point.
All right, the price of cornerbacks just went up. You broke the Max Crosby trade to Baltimore Friday night. What are you hearing now about a potential A.J. Brown deal?
Listen, the Philadelphia Eagles have talked to teams, but they've maintained all along that they wouldn't do a deal unless it made sense for them and they got what they wanted. So far, they have not. But the new league year is getting underway this week. Conversations go on. We'll see if there's a team out there that can make it worthwhile for them to pry loose A.J. Brown. Meanwhile, in Tampa, it certainly sounds like Mike Evans is poised to leave Tampa after a long, storied career there. The free agent market opens Monday at noon. He's allowed to talk to other teams, reach an agreement with other teams, and the feeling across the league is that there's a good chance that Mike Evans will be moving on from Tampa. As for Travis Kelce, the thought around the league continues to be that he will play this upcoming season. There's been no confirmation from him. This is what people believe. He has not come out and said anything yet on his podcast with his brother or anywhere else. But again, there continues to be a feeling that Travis Kelce will be back to play again this season after his wedding this upcoming summer, David.
Yeah, he's got a big year coming up. Finally,
Yes.
How about those Cowboys? They whiffed on Max Crosby. Now some chatter that they might pivot to another impact guy off the edge. What's the latest in Dallas?
Well, I think they really would have liked to have gotten the Max Crosby deal done. They offered a 1 and a 2. It didn't happen. They checked into Khalil Mack just to see if he might be available, but Khalil Mack got a deal done with the Chargers. So now you look at the pass rush market, and one of the top pass rushers out there right now would be Trey Hendrickson, the Bengals free agent defensive end pass rusher who can begin talking to teams at noon on Monday. Obviously, there should be interest in Trey Hendrickson. He's been waiting to hit the open market. He gets the chance to do that on Monday, and we'll see where he comes in. Look, Dallas needs a pass rusher. Trey Hendrickson's looking for a home. Let's see how this all plays out here in the days to come.
And we've seen Jerry Jones say he's going to be aggressive in this free agency. We'll see if a splash move is in the offing for the Cowboys. Adam is going to be there for all of it as, again, the negotiating window starts noon Eastern.